Yo, why is the overlay here? 1 second. 1 second, you guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another MHF stream, guys. Mo will be with us in a bit. You know, he's going to get on to me for this layout stuff, guys. Uno momento, guys. Uno momento. 1 second. 1 second, and there we are. Get me? Here we go. So yes, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to all of you guys. Big up to every single person locked in. Big up to the football terrace for the raid as well. Love to every single one of you guys. Please do make sure you guys are liking the video. Do make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. You have to do so. Mo is going to be joining us in a bit. I know my camera is not on. I'm just trying to fix it, you guys. Just give me a second as we start the show. Big up to Amir. Big up to Cam. Big up to Bilal. And big up to Andrew. So, yes, big up to all of you guys. You get me? I hope you guys are all well. Chat, we'll let you guys decide today what topic you want us to start with. So please spam one club in the chat. You get me? Watch them now. I'll say Liverpool because you guys are a bunch of losers. You can say Liverpool. Subhanallah. I should have known, wallahi, directly as soon as I asked. But anyway, let me know which club you guys want to start with, and we will start it with the club of your choice, ladies and gentlemen. So someone just said Palace. I'm going to time him out. Yeah, hold up.
Palace, man. You got Palace.
Hold that, mate. I said Palace. Okay, so we've got Liverpool, we got Chelsea. Actually, I want to know something. Let's just start with Chelsea. Hi, Andrew, as I fix my camera.
Hello.
Talk to the people, mate. The floor is yours.
What, you're, yeah.
Hey, look at me. My name's Andrew, Winter Surfer. I've only been on 3,000 streams. All of a sudden, he needs a question. You need a question now?
This is the worst opening to any stream you've ever done, ever. This is just the worst. And this is just the worst. You're a professional YouTuber. You're on telly in different countries, giving, your views. This is the worst. This is a professional stream. This is just terrible. Honestly, just the worst. Chelsea in general. Yeah, great football playing. Best football I've seen of my life. Free scoring. Easy defending, goalkeepers insane, out of this world. We're going to smash Liverpool 4-0 this weekend.
Wow.
And I honestly, I couldn't think this fixture is going to be something else this weekend. I think it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a 1-0 win to Liverpool or something like that. I have no idea how we're going to play at the weekend because my manager's gone crazy the last 4 or 5 games. In terms of tactics and substitutions, I don't know who's going to turn up and play. Not talking about injuries, just general form. I don't know who's going to turn up and play. So, yeah, it's all going well for Chelsea. We're always 3 months.
Tell me about Garnacho. Got an assist.
Oh, did you know they credited him with the assist?
They do.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they do. It's a thing.
It's an own
Wait.
goal. It's an own goal.
Who's suspended with all those red cards piling up? It's Sanchez.
Hello, guys. How are you? I'm
Shalava.
sorry. I just finished. I needed to go pray. And
Yeah, go.
before I just come here.
Mo, shocking stuff. from
Welcome,
Sam.
welcome.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely
Where's Hossam, though? What is the other owner of the channel?
I don't know, but shocking. Didn't he?
Disappeared, man.
Shocking.
Did he even join the stream?
Yeah,
Is he?
he
Is
did.
he
No
still on
camera.
Lewis' stream? Is he still on Lewis' stream?
I don't know.
Is
He said his
Lewis
camera-
still live?
Said his camera wasn't working. So.
It's
Yeah, he was here.
shocking.
He introduced
I
the
know
show, but no
He
camera.
banned someone or timed someone out.
He timed someone out.
Active.
Yeah, because they said let's start
Okay,
with
big
Palace.
up everyone that is here. Hit the like button. We got new faces here for you. Amir is a Arsenal fan, of course. That if you guys haven't seen before, he's an Arsenal fan that actually wanted to cook some of the rivals about Arsenal, and he insisted on actually joining the stream. We got Bilal, of course, that said that Arsenal are the most attractive club in the world. In the England currently, which is absolutely, it's one of the wildest takes I've ever seen in my life. To be honest,
How's
with
it
you guys.
wild? We'll talk about it, but how's that wild? Come on.
I think it's
Right
I
now.
think it's one of the wildest takes to actually sit down and say that Arsenal are the most attractive club in England. Are you serious?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I go machine for machine. Any player.
I don't know
in the
about the
world.
most
have to
attractive,
assume-
but
No,
we're
No, I
up
think
there.
I have to assume you just mean by current, position where they're. I don't like it's a wild.
Position, heritage, aura, source, everything.
Oh,
to do with
okay, then
Arsenal.
you're
Like, come on.
You're just
Oh,
bad.
Let's just be serious now.
now you're just talking. That's that's.
No, I'm not talking, bro. It's Arsenal.
Okay, the
Football
Bilal,
Club.
hold
When
on.
we're on
You
job, when we're
seriously,
serious.
okay. I want you
Yeah.
to. Okay, I know. Can you swear? Say wallahi, you believe what you say now?
Wallahi, when Arsenal are serious and we're
No.
serious football
Forget
club
serious.
operating
Just
seriously-
forget serious.
Yes, no, that has,
Say wallahi, you believe what you just said. It's not for banter.
Wallahi, I believe we're the most attractive club in the Premier League.
Oh,
Right.
you're an Arsenal fan too?
Yeah, Wallahi, I believe that. We're
I
more
actually
attractive
don't
than
even
Man
believe
City. We're more attractive than
That's
Liverpool.
crazy.
Obviously, forget the other teams in the league. They're pointless. But yeah,
You're barely more attractive than United, and we suck. Like, that's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
bonkers.
United.
You're barely, like maybe
Yeah,
for the last
United.
barely.
Bro,
That's just factual.
That. Wait,
We had-
what do you? What
when
do
we
you,
weren't-
hold
we
on,
weren't- we
what
weren't
do you
even good.
mean Barely.
like
what are you on about? When we
you
weren't
are
even
now,
good,
right now
Jurrian
you are.
Timber.
but literally
Jurrian
all
Timber
of,
said no to United, and
all
he
of-
came from
no,
Ajax.
no.
Come
You
on, be
forget
serious,
who
man.
said no to
Gabriel.
United. It wasn't Jurrian
on.
Timber. Who said no to United? Who was the reason?
Jurrian Timber said no to them guys.
What was
Yo,
the
you guys
reason?
were twerking for Gyökeres all summer.
What was the reason? Do you not remember?
What was the reason for
Louis
what?
Van Gaal said, if you go to United, you're not playing for the Dutch national team. He
You
said,
guys
"So
thought
don't
you
even
were,
think about
United
it."
thought they were signing Timber. He was at
Timber,
the FA Cup game.
the
They
year
thought they were
before-
signing him.
The year before he was interested, and then Louis Van Gaal said, "I dare you, go," and you're not playing. It's
Louis,
there's
wait,
no-
hold on. Louis
You were
Van
waiting
Gaal was
for
the
Tesco to
manager
be free
that
to get
close
him.
to when Timber signed.
Louis Van Gaal was the manager of the Dutch side of the Netherlands and said, "If you go to United, you're not
Okay.
playing for us." Like, I'm sorry, I'm not making it up. It's an actual fact. He came out and said, like, don't go there. Like, he was
But
a big
Timber's-
influence
but
on why
Timber-
Timber didn't go.
To be
He
fair,
was
Timber
huge.
to him, he's always said he's liked Arsenal even as a kid.
He
That's
did,
it's
he
always
did,
old
but that
interviews.
was after the year before when he was gonna come, when we weren't as shit and he was interested. We didn't go in for him. We went for Martinez because of money reasons. And then the year after, when you got better and we were trash, Louis Van Gaal doubled down and said, "If you go there, you will not play for the Dutch side." So I don't know. I'm just a North American who clearly reads more about. what's
No,
going
listen,
on.
the Dutch are very direct. They
I'm just saying,
when
he
something is crap,
literally
they say it's
came out
crap.
and said,
United
it
crap.
was just like Didier
He said it.
Deschamps and Antoine Griezmann, same shit. Lots of these managers for their world teams say, if you go where, you're not. That's it. You're not. It's not happening. So
Well,
Are Arsenal more attractive
my-
than Chelsea, guys, currently?
By
Yeah.
far, man. Come on. it's
yeah,
not-
that's the
okay.
moment.
in terms of being attractive, I think in terms of where we are, even though Chelsea just won the World Cup, the Club World Cup, and the conference, I think Arsenal is more attractive. I don't think they're more attractive than Liverpool.
No
I
chance.
think at the moment with City, they're still like maybe we're on edge with City because City still got Pep.
You can't
City
be.
still got
As
Pep.
long as Pep's there, you can't be.
Yeah, so like they still got Pep, but at the same time, if people look at the aspirations of where we've been going, bar last year, I think we're up there. I'm not going to say we're definitely not. I don't
I actually
agree that
wanted
we're
to
the top.
continue this
We're-
discussion that we had on the football terrace. It's very good. The people that joined us on football terrace, you know. So Saka is about to sign a new contract. Saliba signed a new contract.
Mhm.
One of the reasons people say that these people sign new contracts is their attachment to Mikel Arteta. So I asked the question: is it actually right or wrong for these players to be attached to a manager that much to a point, right? That we are sitting here, we can see you, to be sitting here and say, if Saka is signing a new contract and Saliba is signing a new
guys
contract,
misrepresented me like crazy. I actually introduced the whole show, but my camera
it
not
was great.
working.
It was
But my
great.
camera not working, so
was
you
great.
couldn't see my facial expression or anything.
It was
You've
great.
never introduced me to Amir before, so I don't even know who he supports. I just said big up Amir. You get me? I don't know Amir.
okay,
Big up
he's an
Amir.
Arsenal fan that is
Yeah,
here to
son.
cook you.
Was great.
That's it.
You're here to cook
Personally,
me. Yalla,
come
yalla,
on,
Amir.
man.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But anyway, I want to go back to that. That is a very good
Amir, are you
discussion that I want to
Egyptian?
have.
Shu?
Are you Egyptian?
No, I'm Palestinian.
Big up,
My
man.
neighbor.
Be Palestine forever, man. Come on.
Thank you.
Hello, Allah.
So basically, what we had in the football terrace is that is it right or wrong for players to actually stick to Arsenal because of Mikel Arteta? The
What player
problem
signed a
is
5-year deal? Sorry, Mo. No player signed a 5-year deal because the manager is gonna. They don't know if the manager is gonna stay in 5 years.
I think
No
they're
no
I
player
think
can guarantee that.
the manager
It's a factor.
The manager is a factor into why
the
they-
big factor. You wanna you
Yeah,
like
it's-
No, it's a big
Wait,
factor,
hold
but
on.
it's
What are
not
you even asking
the be
me?
all
What's
and
the
end all.
Yeah, I'm confused on your question.
Yeah, what's
someone
your question?
someone
I know
said
where
the
you're
super
going.
look at
No,
Terry
it's-
was asking about Saka signing at 300k, and I said Saka's worth more than this. But someone sent a super chat and said that one of the reasons players like Saliba and Saka sign and others as well is because of Mikel Arteta. So I'm like, so is it right or wrong for players to sign, especially for Arsenal? This is not Pep. And they said, yes, it is correct that players sign for Arsenal because of Mikel Arteta. I actually think it's wrong. It's especially for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta because, okay, does that mean that Arteta will stay regardless of what's the outcome of the season?
So
I think you're looking too far into it.
I think it's fine.
What is it?
Just
So far,
because
I'm
of
looking at 1
Chelsea.
year. What do you mean? I'm looking at at 1
Okay,
year.
so what I'm
What the
so
fuck?
what-
No,
what I'm-
I'm
what
looking
I'm-
at.
no,
I'm
no,
looking
no.
at. I'm looking at 7 months from now. That's
No,
what I'm
so
looking for.
what I'm saying is if they signed that 5-year deal, right, that Saliba signed, and he says it's for Arteta. Let's say if it was for Arteta, but Arteta gets sacked. He probably also signed for the same reason that he's happy at the club with the progression the team is making, and he believes he can win there. But regardless if Arteta's there.
He could also ask to leave when Arteta leaves, right?
Yeah,
Like, at the end of
exactly.
the-
A 5-year
at the end
deal.
of the
He can
day,
leave if he leaves. And then Arsenal gets money off him.
I don't think there's any issues with players sticking to managers because that relationship across all sports is really important. Especially, I think, in football where players can get sold and bought without trades and such. So it makes it actually a lot harder for them to move and they have more power over their movement. Like if you think of North American sports, like, sure, you can sign to stay as your coach all you want, but if we're trading your ass. That's it. You're gone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's no
I
conversation,
just found
right?
that out.
When you think about it with football, they do have so much power on whether or not they want to go because they'll be like, well, guess what? You got to pay my contract. I'm not going to play for you. There's all these things, right? And you see players follow managers quite often. And like a perfect example is Lukaku and Conte, right? Like there's certain managers and player relationships that just build the players. Like
But a winner. Okay, the whole
just
point.
like,
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I know. But I'm
Winner.
just saying, like a KDB, and I get it because I know what you're getting at with Arteta because he hasn't proven it, and he could be gone. I completely hear you, and I partly agree. I know what you're saying, but like KDB did that interview a few years ago,
Midtjylland
remember?
1-0
and
over
he said Pep's way is the only way, right? Like he was very much like, as long as Pep's here, I'm here. And I think with the Arsenal players, they've got a strong attachment to Arteta. That's a big reason why he didn't lose. He's not lost his job. Let's keep it.
Some say that
Did you
one of
guys
the
see? Did
reasons
you guys see?
as well is because the Klopp thing. Like he felt like Klopp was like almost his second father as well.
Yeah, that
Like,
makes perfect sense.
I wouldn't be shocked, let's say, if a manager comes after Arteta and is even successful more than him, that some of the players leave.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. having an attachment to your manager, I think, is completely normal, to be honest with you. Specifically if he's the one that like gave you your debut, he's the one that gave you that chance. Like, you think about it now, this whole squad, basically. This whole squad, basically. Why are you celebrating fucking midget Langol? Get a grip, ya akhi. You made me open the private chat.
Oh yeah, like we're not going. If they hang on a win,
Get
like
a
we're
grip,
not.
bro. I have MotoGP on in the background.
Yeah,
ya
but
akhi. I have
hang on, like,
Moto-
hang on. You
The only reason why we watch Forest
Forest.
is because we hate Wolfie. That's it, bro,
exactly,
man.
exactly. So you
I-
answered your own frigging
God,
question.
wallah.
Then,
There it
didn't you?
is.
So I don't know.
Anyways,
why you
so
asked the
as I was
question
saying, I
first.
think there's nothing wrong with attachment to the manager. I think that's completely fine. That's completely normal. And I think it's okay to accept it as part of football.
Did you guys see what Saliba was saying though? Because if you look at Saliba's history at Arsenal, he got sent out on loan. At one stage, it looked like Arteta was going to sell him at one point, right? Obviously, he's come back in, I think, a season too late. He should have come the year before and started playing straight away, right? But if you listen to what Saliba said anyway, the main reason he stayed at Arsenal is because he wants to make history at the club. He wants to win the trophies, which he hasn't done yet. He said, I haven't won anything yet. So that's why he wanted to stay. Him, Gabriel, Saka, Declan Rice. That's why he signed from West Ham, because these players believe they can make history at Arsenal Football Club. And for me and for them, that's a very attractive proposition. So that's, for me, is the main reason why they signed. It's not just because of Arteta. It's not just because of even Berta coming in. It's because these players themselves, they see themselves, listen, okay, Saliba could go to Real Madrid. He could have went on a free. He could have gone to Real Madrid or whatever. And it wouldn't have been a free, but he could have gone to Real Madrid and just, win La Liga, maybe win a Champions League there. But it won't hit the same for him. And that's why he's staying at Arsenal, because he wants to make that history where you get remembered forever. You know, the last guy to have a statue, what is it, Henry? You know, you go to Arsenal, you see Henry, you see Bergkamp, you see Tony Adams, but you don't see many else. Even the likes of Ian Wright don't have a statue. But these guys, they may be thinking, wow, Arsenal Football Club, this is my chance. If I can make my name here, win the trophies, I'm going to be remembered forever.
Anywhere.
No, everything.
I think that's why they're signing.
Everything you said there is so factual, but then it also makes me believe there's no way you believed what you said earlier about you being the most attractive club when you literally just said, well, we kind of been shit for a long time and our best players.
No, but that's no, bro, no. But this is what makes us the most attractive, because we're Arsenal and we haven't been doing what we've been doing for 3 years.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. We're Arsenal. It doesn't mean anything.
I
It
don't
does.
Yeah,
agree
okay.
with
It's
that.
like me going.
Our club, like,
It's like me going like, guys, I've got the biggest biceps on YouTube because I'm Hussam. That's not how this works. You
I'll be
have to
honest.
give the reason. You have to give the reason. يعني خلاص, man. You have to
okay,
explain.
bigger. Okay. I'll tell
Here's
you
the
the
thing.
reason.
Wait.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Historically, there are bigger clubs than you. Globally, there are bigger clubs than you. There are more supported clubs than you. You had to open your mouth. Forest just equalized. Historically, there are more clubs bigger than you. There is clubs who are more global than you.
More trophies.
Players, like there are, besides really Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, and like the legends that you had 20 years ago, there's a lot of players that current players right now look up to, want to become. Many people want to be the next KDB, the next, whoever, like the next Ronaldo, the next Salah, etc. You don't have that right
Nobody
now.
wants to be the next Kai Havertz, for
The
example.
next Rooney.
Yeah.
But these
That's
are
the thing.
okay. Look,
So
I'm in
I
my-
look at
what?
your team.
Okay.
I think, look,
Next
maybe I was wrong about Saliba staying. Like that part, because I was one of the people
Yeah.
that was very convinced that he'll end up leaving Arsenal. So he stayed. So credit to the manager and the people upstairs who managed to convince him to stay.
We're not in debt anymore
But-
as well. Remember, so
But
that's why
that
we
doesn't
keep
make
going.
it the most
Don't give a shit.
No, but that's true. We lost a lot of our players because we were always in debt. They moved to the Emirates. We moved to the
But
Emirates
now
too early.
that was
Bro, a player doesn't
wasn't
look
the
at your
only
club and
factor.
go, "Oh, they're in
No,
debt."
no,
I'm
because
not
we
going
could
there."
no, because we could never build a squad. We were having Fabregas shooting penalties with a broken leg. Remember?
No,
This
that
is
was
the era we
because of
came
the
from.
ambition of our club at the time.
Yeah, and
that
the
was
ambition. But we were hampered. Wenger had to sign deals where he had to stay on as manager and could only use 50% of the time.
Yeah, no, that was because of the Cronkies and
That's
how they
because
were
you kept.
how they
That's
were
because you kept
going.
increasing.
Yeah, we
his
had
own
Kroenke
wages.
Usmanov fighting for ownership of the club
Yeah,
for
yeah.
years. It's only Kroenke took over like 5 years
If we're
ago.
being objective,
Right?
you're maybe
So we were
the third or fourth
hamstrung.
most attractive club
Arsenal-
in the country.
But we weren't
No,
in debt.
Arsenal right now are definitely the most attractive club. I don't think this is
Okay, so fine. You keep saying that, but heritage-wise, you're not more attractive than Liverpool. There's no chance. I'm sorry that they're the biggest club in the country right
Okay,
now.
for-
That's just
Yeah,
fact.
go on.
Let me go down the list. You're not historically more attractive than United either. That's just facts. You're not. I'm sorry. You're not at the moment winning more than Man City. That's facts. You're not winning more. Your manager's not better. You don't have more money than Man City. You can't just go out and do what they do. That's facts. You're not financially more attractive than Chelsea either, because that's factual. Look at what they do in the market. At the end of the day, I'm not even saying Chelsea's had a good window, but Chelsea still buys fucking everybody, and they still want. You had like 6 players I could probably name that sat around waiting for Chelsea to come for them, and they didn't. Which doesn't make sense. A lot of players should have. They could. So it's just like when we go down the reasons to make you attractive, all you are more attractive for then right now is that you're having a good spell. You are. That's it.
We have been the
in
most
your London
club.
In your London.
That's we're the biggest club in London by far. It's not close. We're
it's
by
not
far.
even by
that's
far.
fair.
You're not.
Yes, we are. You go to London and you see. I don't even.
We're the biggest in London for now, for sure. But like,
we are the biggest club historically. The biggest club.
If you're talking about in totality with trophies, Arsenal is. But if you're talking about recent history.
Yeah, Chelsea, of course.
Chelsea.
Abramovich with his
Chelsea.
he did his oil money.
I disagree with that logic, though. I think if you're the bigger club, you're the bigger club. I don't think bigger club follows a time frame. Like, in order to be like more bigger than someone else, because like the word bigger is like from when football first started. You know, like we can't just say like on the last. I think you can say in the last 10 years Chelsea have been more successful, which I agree with, but that doesn't make them bigger.
No, that's not. Can I just counter that? Imagine if the next 20 years. Chelsea keep winning titles and they win another Champions League or 2 Champions Leagues. That means it's not only 20 years. They have been a 40-year successful period. That makes them, by definition, that will build fan base.
They have more trophies.
Yeah, but it's much more likely that Arsenal will win more in the next 20 years because if you look at football, even football,
you've not won anything for 6. What are you talking about?
5.
You've not won anything for 6. How do we know what you're going to win?
Calm down. 6 leagues.
At least give us one.
Sunderland levels.
5.
This is really Sunderland levels.
No,
you know what the problem is? Seriously, is that I hear it. The trajectory of Arsenal winning more than Chelsea is absolutely it's actually more logical. Like if you sit down and say who's more logically will win more in the next 5 years, Chelsea or Arsenal, you would think Arsenal, right? Like a better team, more stable. They are not flip for profit football club. Yes.
Chelsea had the little run with Abramovich. He's gone now. He got bagged. I don't know who he is.
This is our joke period. We've been a joke for the last 3 years, and we've still won more trophies than you in the last 5 years.
Conference League pre-season trophy against.
That's why I said recent. That's why I said recent.
This is against you and me, by the way. I think someone said it. It's because you're on a good run. Take the high. Go with the high.
Yeah.
But this more attractive. I'm just begging you. Do something. Just do something.
Yeah, listen,
so Amir, you're here to cook. Amir, hold on. You're here to cook. Okay. What do you have to say about this?
Well, it's just everything that Winter Surfer is saying, it's right. I don't have anything to cook on that aspect because I'm here because I'm just annoyed about the contra indications that all rival fans like to make whenever they have a conversation about their clubs versus Arsenal or their clubs versus another club. And it's just annoying. So I just want to come on here so when that does come up, I can counter it. Because a lot of like you challenge it. Hassam used to do that, but then he won the league, so he got really happy. And he doesn't feel the same way anymore. And then there's rival fans here still that below me.
I picked Arsenal to win the league twice last 2 years, and I'm just disappointed.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about game by game, like in the media, everything.
Different standards and concepts.
Yes, I'm talking about comparing your standards that you give to one club, and then the same thing happens to your club in the next week.
Yeah.
You're acting like, oh no, I never said that. It's fine for my club. So like, it is what it is. That's why I'm here. The certain topics to come at and cook haven't been brought up. I can't say anything about Chelsea and them winning trophies.
I think Arsenal's got. I do think this happens every year with Arsenal and their fans. The getting giddy and the high, like when Andrew said it best, win something. You got to win. Like at the end of the day,
I've been saying that
you got to win something. Like before
we know
you
you're
get
not.
to the point.
This isn't at you.
No, I'm talking about like when
I heard what Amir said. I was just filling up my water bottle, but I heard everything that you said. Look, here's the thing you need to understand. It's not because I won the league I'm really happy. It's because you didn't win it. So I have nothing to defend. If I backed Arsenal to win the league 2 years in a row, and you don't win the league 2 years in a row, even though you have all the ingredients necessary to win the league 2 years in a row, I just can't defend what's happening if stuff goes wrong. Like, I can't sit here and defend, let's say, the performance away at Old Trafford the first game of the season, or your performance away at Anfield,
No.
or the way that you played against Man City. There is nothing to defend. That's the reality. You had a team capable of winning the league 2 years in a row. If you're going to talk about injuries, the year where you lost to Manchester City by 2 points, City were the team that had the injuries. KDB was out, Haaland was out. You actually had a fit team for the whole year, and you didn't end up winning it because you just didn't beat Aston Villa at home. The year after that, you have a little bit of, you know, like an injury here and there, blah blah blah, and like it's like the world is ending.
A little bit.
Odegaard missed 8 games in the Premier League, not 30. He missed 8 games in the Premier League. He didn't miss 30 games. So you had the tools capable of winning. I still remember, I always mention this example and I'll bring it up again. We drew away to Aston Villa 2-2. And one of my most watched videos is I made a video and I titled it, "I'm starting to get worried," when that game ended 2-2. You had West Ham.
I remember that.
Yeah, you had West Ham coming up on the Saturday. You win the game, you're now 2 points behind Liverpool. You apply pressure. You ended up losing to West Ham at home. So when you sit here and go like, this guy used to do it, but he's a champion. No, but it's not because I'm a champion, because you didn't even challenge us last season. And now it puts everything into perspective. If I said Saliba's injury is the reason why you didn't win the league the first year, the second year there is no excuse, and the third year there is no excuse. And even though I did back you to win the league, so you just didn't follow through with it.
No. I'm not talking about us winning the league. I'm talking about the hypocrisy game by game when everyone does match reactions. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Give me an example.
Okay, so when it comes to Odegaard last year being shit and how he had to always drop deep to the midfield, anytime I saw Arsenal panelists saying like, hey, we know he's shit, but it's because he has to drop all the way deep because of the tactics and he's not playing well. Look at Florian Wirtz. He's doing the same shit. Everyone's giving him all this, it's okay, don't worry about it, he'll be fine. Then there's some people that go on YouTube and they're like 008 and all this shit. But then you look at like a lot of Liverpool fans and they're saying he's playing well. He has the most chances. There were times Odegaard had the most chances last year. He didn't get any shit for it.
Okay,
So, like,
I can give you a response to the Odegaard point quickly. The difference is Odegaard last season was not a new signing. He is the Arsenal captain with 3 years of Premier League experience under his belt. So that's the difference. That's
paid over 100 million.
Number 2, when you say people don't keep the same energy with Florian Wirtz, you see this fraud bottom right? He's spoken about Florian Wirtz more.
No, he's the only one I see doing that. He's the only one I see doing that.
He wakes up and the first thing he does, check his phone, Florian Wirtz directly. Like, it's just khalas, man. He's spoken about it the whole time. So for you to claim that he's not spoken about, he is spoken about.
I haven't spoken about Florian Wirtz for
and even us, the Liverpool fans, even I said today, he hasn't lived up to his price tag. He's been underwhelming. He needs to do more. So I don't think there is hypocrisy. If I expect a Premier League captain that was 2 points away from winning a league title to do more with 3 years of experience, it's different than a new player who just joined.
Okay, well, then
I don't get on to Gyökeres as an example. He has 2 goals.
No, I know you don't. I'm actually surprised you don't. Everyone else does, but I'm surprised you don't.
Playing good, man.
Yeah, I don't. Because Gyökeres.
I'm gonna tell you what, Amir. Everyone gets like criticized based on their price tag until it comes to Liverpool players. This is it. Like, you're not allowed on the internet, bro. You're not allowed. I promise.
Once again, that's a lie, because
you're not allowed. You're not allowed on the internet. You can stand there. Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal price tags. If you come to Liverpool and talk about price tags, but we won, but we're winning games. Well, you're winning games because of Van Dijk scoring goals. Yeah. You're winning games because Ngumoa came clutch against Newcastle, because you had a good corner and then that. You're not allowed. I've been completely honest. Like, the difference is I'm neutral. Bro, I fucking chat. Don't show only the comments about Liverpool, okay? Don't do that. It pisses me off when you do this. Because here you go. Here you go. Facts, Mo. I'm going to do this fucking shit again. I'm actually, it's my channel as well. Fact,
Yeah, you
Mo,
can-
fact.
Wallahi,
The
who's
fucking do the
stopping you?
same shit every day.
This is the first
You
time
want
Liverpool
your
spent money. That's
time,
why.
put up as many
Exactly.
comments as you want.
Yes.
Adi. You
But
have
Bro, here's the
control.
thing. Here's the thing about it, bro. I sat with Hussam on panel shows and by ourselves, bro. Enzo Fernandez was we fucking wake up. What did Enzo Fernandez do yesterday? He didn't do shit. Let's just fucking shit on the guy on the stream day and night. It was like next day. Caicedo, did he play well? Declan Rice. And then we used to sit and say Declan Rice this, Declan Rice. I'm not saying Hussam as well. It's like it was the majority of it. What does Declan Rice do? Whatever. What did he offer? It's not only, I'm not talking about Hussam specifically, but when it comes to Liverpool, right? It comes to Liverpool because they have a winning team, which is I hear it. Florian Wirtz is like, yeah, but we win. Like every time they go, yeah, like 006, you know what I mean? Yeah, but we're 5 from 5. Yeah, okay, 5 from 5. Your team is fucking amazing. You fucking signed 500 million on top of a Premier League winning team that is the best in the world. You know what I mean? It is supposed to be fucking winning games convincingly. You're 100 million pound signing that is supposed to be creative and amazing and has double GA in back-to-back seasons. What is he doing? You know, is he running the game? Is he off my seat moments? Is he doing amazing? You know why Ekitike, when he even dropped in form, I'm being completely honest here. I didn't get on him. I value Ekitike. I think he's absolutely fantastic player.
That's the best signing they made.
By the way, anybody that says
He's
I'm
a
not a
baller.
neutral, you lie to yourself when I slander your club. But you say, Mo, you're very honest and good. Your opinions are good. When I slug off the clubs that you don't like, I love it. Bro, it's literally this always. It's always the case. It's always the case. When I say that Mohamed Salah is amazing, Mo, you're defending Salah. You're when you say Van Dijk is the best defender ever, Mo, you're very honest and neutral. But when I slag off a player, they don't like it. By the way, it happens for Chelsea, for Arsenal, for everyone. The only club that people don't take my opinion seriously about is Man United.
Yeah.
But even though
I was waiting, I was like, he better fucking.
even though Man United, but
You're so
I say
bad.
that even because Man United fan the most deluded fan base on the internet, they're so entitled.
We're
They
not.
they
at
think
all.
they
Habibi.
think
So you and Amir said all this and you didn't say anything.
no, I
Because
did.
You're
Florian
asking,
Wirtz
you're
is the
saying
problem.
we cannot criticize
I'm
Liverpool
gonna tell you.
players.
He actually said
Actually, we
no,
can because we have been criticizing.
I'm gonna
Wirtz.
explain to you the
Became a Liverpool
problem.
player.
He's now yelling. Okay, this is we have a
Yeah,
whole
I'm
panel.
yelling because you're
we can do
building up
this
an argument
later.
based on
Alas,
lies.
I am. I'm
Habibi,
gonna
you
now
don't
the
stand reverse.
conclusion, guys. Can I get the conclusion? Then you can talk. I'm gonna mute my mic. The conclusion, guys, is that yes, Wirtz is a new player, but the price tag you paid for him negates that. And both Odegaard last season and Wirtz this season has been off due to system issues, due to maybe Arteta dropping Odegaard deep and him dropping. But I didn't actually say that Odegaard gets a pass last season. Everyone knows that last season I said that Odegaard is off the beat. He should be taken off the captaincy.
He doesn't play in the 10. He plays in the 8. RC.
And I
blah, blah,
still
blah.
said he's underwhelming.
طيب.
Thank you so much. I still
Thank you
said
so much.
he's
What do I say
underwhelming.
about Wirtz? Underwhelming.
Yeah, but my point is Amir was not
Oh,
direct.
But not until recently.
Amir was not direct. Amir was saying that the problem when people are hypocrites about analyzing why Wirtz is bad versus why Odegaard was bad, they are not saying the truth. That's my point.
It's the same exact issue. But then they even in you look in the media too.
I gave you the
Like-
differences. You just ignored them.
No. I know you.
And I responded to the difference.
The
The price tag negates that you're new to the league.
No,
The price tag
Your
negates
opinion.
that.
Your
It did.
opinion.
Your opinion as
So-
well. If you slagged off Enzo Fernandez.
So
Okay,
when you
let me
buy,
tell you why
when
you're a
buy
liar.
125 million pound striker, do you
They
is
paid
he only
70 for
get five
Dockeras.
goals?
Andrew,
I
back
didn't
me here,
criticize him.
Andrew. Please,
It's true.
back
He
me
got,
here.
he got slandered.
The price tag negated that Enzo's new to the league.
Yeah.
Enzo
Declan Rice?
like I said, because Chelsea were shit.
Declan Rice is not new to the league, so the point
No,
is
but still for his
we are
price
saying.
range.
Once you pay that money, the price tag, okay, I'm just gonna say that
You get no.
it's exaggeration, guys. If Mbappe moves to the Premier League for 150, 200 million, the price tag negates the excuse about your new. That's why you pay the top dollar for the player to negate that. Oh, he needs to get used to it. Stuff like this.
It's world class.
That's
If
my
he can get in, play.
That's why
Have Liverpool messed up with the
Sesko
transfer
won't
window, Hassam? I got that question for Hassam I wanted to ask because Liverpool's best two signings play in the same position. The other guy, Frimpong, he's playing right wing. He is not a right winger. Obviously, maybe.
You guys are
right? But
missing
Bradley. I think Bradley's better than him. Kirk is I don't know, the way Slot's using him, it's not the same. Obviously, maybe it will change. Obviously, we saw him in Bournemouth the way he was bombing on. I feel like Liverpool might have let their ego get to them this summer. They forgot to sign Gay. They messed up. They're running around with con artist at the back, and he's already proven. I see all the Liverpool fans now hating him because all of a sudden, they realize he might be going on a free to Real Madrid, maybe even PSG. So now they hate him, right? Trent's not being replaced. Now they're saying, "Oh my God, Trent was so important for us. I thought we were gonna."
Bilal is like a Twitter troll pro max,
No, listen, it's just a question. Listen, your summer window's looking suspicious right now, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna call
this is so mental.
There's some disingenuous things going on here, and I hate. Why am I always?
How are we gonna play Ekitike and Isaac together?
There's problems here.
How's that happening?
You're an Arsenal fan, and Andrew hasn't said anything yet, but Declan Rice's first year, and he was a proven player. First year at Arsenal, did not look like $100 million player.
No, what do you mean? He's our best midfielder.
He did not look like $100 million player.
Declan Rice, they won. Declan Rice, they won.
How many man of the matches did he get in his first run of games? 8-9 games playing CDM.
Do you guys watch Arsenal?
That's a bad player.
Coming with the agenda.
But he wasn't $100 million player.
He's one of the best players we've ever
What
signed,
made him not $100 million player or $100 million player? Sorry.
In my opinion, if you're buying a player to be $100 million player, he should absolutely transform the fortunes of your team, and he didn't.
He did.
So our defensive stability didn't improve.
We said your defensive stability changed. $50 million. Gabriel and Saliba who figured it out.
Yeah, but what was Declan Rice brought in for?
I have no idea because you played him in the 6, you played him in the 8. He played multiple positions. He didn't just play CDM.
The first portion of the season, he was playing as a CDM.
Are we just talking about a portion or the whole season?
Because you're
trying to talk about a portion or the whole season.
We're talking about the whole season, but you said $100 million player, and the first portion of the season, he got around 8 man of the matches.
The first season, the full season, there was
the full season. He was good. I'm just trying to highlight the man of the matches.
Yeah, did he win your player of the year?
I'm not involved.
Huh?
Did he win your player of the year?
That year, I don't know if he did.
No, he didn't. So no, I'm sorry. I'm going to go.
Be top 3.
Maybe PFA.
No, I'm going to speak back. You say you're going to
I mean, he won. He was second in PFA player of the season, Cam. What are you talking about? He won.
Yeah.
We were telling West Ham, take 50 and more.
Cam, in the first 12 games, he won 8 man of the match playing a DM. Like, what are you talking about?
Then he moved him around.
What are you talking about?
Because Declan Rice is a midfielder. This is why you're so disingenuous. You're trying to say you probably think Casemiro's better.
He literally did.
I mean, not now. But in his prime, yeah. Not now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but you said in his first season, he
Let's
literally
put the 3 Arsenal fans next to each other. Yeah.
Go ahead.
How because that's your defense always. The problem is when you are defeated in an argument, that's always your thing.
His veins are
because you're trying to
put the Arsenal fans together. Oh my God, you're the Arsenal fans together. Make your Liverpool followers laugh and clap.
Just because you won 8, he had a good first, but he wasn't a $100 million player. In my opinion, to be a $100 million player, I don't think any of these players are. By the way, I think the only $100 million players we've ever really seen in the league that are good. I can't even think of one. Haaland's the only player who's not a $100 million player who came to the league where you could be like, that's a $100 million player. Players who come and fully change that for me is a $100 million player. It's like
that I agree with.
Like I do not, and this is why I'm saying the $100 million tag, and you didn't let me finish. I don't believe can be said, oh, you were worth $100 million unless you come in and you change the fortunes of your team. Like Enzo Fernandez, I'm sorry, not a $100 million player. Guess what? He's looking a lot better now. He is still not a $100 million player.
No.
Virch will never be a $100 million player, but that is with the point I'm trying to get to is that's what you have to pay for these players. That's what you have to pay for these especially.
And Rice is worth every penny. Every penny.
Caicedo, not a $100 million player. I don't care what anybody says. He's been amazing for Chelsea. He's been the best CDM in the league. Not a $100 million player.
He wasn't in his first season.
My point, before you guys get all uppity, when I'm saying a $100 million player, sure, you can say he's a $100 million player for us. He helped us get second 3 years in a row. Cool. That to me,
what is your benchmark for that?
Okay, you're going to pay $100 million on a player.
Yeah, I want the benchmark. But $100 million, 10 million, $5 million, $1, it doesn't matter because at the end, You have to have a benchmark.
Change
what
the
is your
fortunes
benchmark?
of your team.
When the player's giving me 8 out of 10 every game, that's worth
and
the
that
money.
goes for the
100
next
million.
10 years. So it doesn't matter if the
That
market gets
goes for
inflated
however long.
forever. Like forever.
You're $100
It
million.
doesn't matter.
If I'm spending
I'm sorry, Cam. That
country-
is
I'm
absolutely
spending
illogical thing.
a country's GDP on you, let's put it this way: if Arsenal win the league this year, with the way Declan Rice is playing, I'd go, cool. He justified his price tag. I will actually say that, but he hasn't to this point. Until they win
he's already justified his price tag.
Well, that's your opinion. I don't think you can justify 100 M's if you haven't won
single
shit.
game since he's come through.
You haven't won anything.
But you can't just look at football like that because trophies are only at the end of the season. You watch every single game throughout the year, and you see a guy with 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 every single game, and you're telling me he's not worth the money.
Why do you play sport? Why do you play sport?
Wait, so
no, we want to win trophies, of course. That's the aim.
Oh, here we go with the
100%.
argument.
100% everyone wants to win trophies. But when you're judging a player's worth to a team, right? Why did Liverpool spend 100 and something on Isaac, right? It's
because
not just because he won the bloody Carabao Cup. It's because of his performances every week.
What do you mean they had to?
They wanted a player who they considered to be one of the best in the league. There is a price tag slapped on him. I am not saying Isaac is worth 100 million. I'm saying they had no choice. If they wanted to get that player, they had to pay it. That's why. It wasn't because he's worth it. So and the thing is, unfortunately, they're in a position where Isaac can prove to be worth it because he could turn around, have a great season, and then go and win the league. Cool. That was worth it for them. So the reason I brought this up is because Mo said, well, if Mbappe comes and he's 120, we expect him to slap right away. Cool. If he slaps right away and wins the league, then he was worth it. I think the problem that people have, like, you cannot just say, oh, well, a player worth $100 million because we got a little better. You got to win some shit. You got to win.
100%.
What if Mbappe did everything and it was all the defensive
problem? If you do win with Declan Rice being the key part of the player you're saying he is, then I will say he was worth 100 million. If you go another 3 years, guys, and you still haven't won, and you spent 100 million on Declan Rice, I don't care how good he looked for you. He wasn't worth it because you didn't win. Plain and simple. That's just how it goes,
I completely disagree.
I don't know. Your logic on this, I'm not going to see eye to eye on this.
I don't judge money spent like that. I judge money spent based on
Pepe
the performances I've seen every week.
Cool.
And
he was better than Anthony, who costed 90.
He wasn't worth it. I'm very aware of that. This is the thing. I'm going to use the same judgment.
That's how I know you lost the argument already. You bring up Anthony, you lost the argument.
Well, he's talking about money, and he's talking about how much the player was. Pepe was good for us that season. It just didn't work out because of our setup.
And if it's just money, and if it's only purely money, Declan Rice,
Pepe, did he just say
already
Pepe?
and help the club achieve.
I'm talking about in comparison to fees and how the player impacted the team, because he's talking about impact of team.
Look at how good teams who have been
not helped you achieve anything.
spend well.
Let me read the super chat so we can just actually get some respect to people that are.
I am high as fuck. The Liverpool question, man.
But Timber,
to Arsenal.
Can you just wait?
I'll wait. I've got patience.
Can you just I'm high as fuck. But Timber is the best wing back in the league.
Best wing back? You mean full back? Yeah.
Fullback, you mean fullback currently? Probably.
Yeah,
There's nobody better. Okay, hold on. Is Reece James better or Timber?
Timber for me.
Timber right now for sure.
Reece James can't get on the pitch, so I mean, it doesn't matter.
Bro, he plays every game now.
Doesn't Reece
sorry,
center middle a lot now?
Reece in his prime is better.
Mate. Sorry.
Yeah, I would say Reece James in his prime was a dog.
Not in prime. Not today, guys. Reece plays every game now. He's injured.
No, I know, but doesn't Maresca deploys him a lot in the center mid lately?
He does.
No.
I don't know what. What do you mean that's a no?
I had James in my FPL and took him out because they kept on dropping him, man.
Didn't he play in the midfield against
he started. There was a lot.
Yeah, he played 2 games in the midfield. You're right.
Now.
He actually started 2 games in the middle.
Yeah, he played against PSG in midfield.
Yeah, what I'm saying doesn't.
Fonzie is saying, what heritage do you have over Liverpool and United?
None.
You've had a howler.
No.
You've had a howler there.
Simply,
had a howler,
we
bro.
are,
Once you're
we
done,
are
these super
Arsenal.
chats come
We
back.
are
I
Arsenal.
want to
That's
finish
it.
my
Done.
argument
Let him
because I
answer,
have
yeah.
good arguments around
No,
why.
guys,
Mo,
listen to
can
his
I-
argument.
I wanna-
His
I wanna
argument
hear
is we are Arsenal.
But what
Wow.
argument? What
Best
argument?
Premier. Okay,
You
just
finished the 100 million.
Look,
Mo,
hear me
can I
out.
say
No,
something really
because-
quickly? Can I say
Can
something
we
really quickly,
just
Mo?
stop? Everyone, stop,
Can I-
please.
I wanna-
Cam. What argument? I thought you
The
finished the
worth
100 million
of
argument.
players has to be judged on the outcome that they give to your teams and based on spend. Just because your team decided to overspend, and people are like, well, how else could we have gotten Rice? Well, if you really wanted to go there because you're so attractive, you could have waited till the price got lower and you could have got him later. That is facts. The worth of a player does definitely matter on how they impact your team, not just short term, but also the long run because prices get amortized over time. And the facts is, look at how much Liverpool went and spent for Van Dijk and Alisson when they bought him. It was crazy money, was it not? Right? People were like,
Oh, yeah.
are you kidding me? Did you just spend 75, 80 M's on Virgil van Dijk? But guess what? We all have to turn around and say he was fucking worth it,
yeah.
right? So this is what I'm trying to say. When people try to throw out and be like, oh, my $100 million player was worth this or worth that, like, and I don't like defending Verts. I don't want to. But the point is, Liverpool saw an opportunity. They said, well, guess what? The only way you're going to fucking get him is if you pay above odds. He's never going to potentially live up to that price tag unless in the next 3-4 years he goes on and he comes good. He can't right now because he's not the reason they're winning. He comes good and they win a bunch. Then you're like, he was worth it. So when people turn around and say, oh, I'm going to go at Verts, but you're sitting on players like Enzo Fernandez or Declan Rice, or you're sitting on a fucking, I'll never say it because we've overspent on the Pogbas of the Antonys. We screwed up too. When you mess up in the market, it hurts your team and you don't go on and win because you spent poorly. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying that Declan Rice isn't worth $100 million in the future. As of right now, he has not lived up to said price tag. Neither is
Yes, he
Caicedo.
has. Okay, number one, two
Okay, wait.
questions.
Can I ask?
Is
Can I
Grealish
ask?
worth
No,
100 M
before we
for
go on, I need to
Yeah,
finish the super. I need to
that's a
finish the
very good
super
point.
chat. Guys, I
Yeah,
need to finish the super chat
I
and then we
need to
can
hear
go
the
back to the
heritage
song.
answer from
I
Hold
just
on.
want to ask a question. So,
Salah, I need to finish the super chats
No,
because
one
we
second.
started them, and then I have to come to you about this. So hold your question, please.
Alright, bro.
United fans will make Arteta will take Arteta for a rebuild job. Cam, would you take Mikel Arteta at your
Fuck
club
yeah.
now?
That'd be the dumbest. Of course I would.
If,
Respect.
Tops, you try, Tab, you try
Respect.
to like rattle the wrong United fan. He's one of the most
Respect.
logical people.
Respect.
out there.
Everyone would, by the way.
He's one of the most logical people.
Respect.
Big up everyone on the panel. Hit the likes and
Crazy,
subscribe.
Arteta.
And no, Osam, I am not coming back. She's waiting for Liverpool.
Yeah, I know, because the whole Minnesota, you're a fraud, Nafisa.
Wait, what's
Yeah,
happening with
Nafisa.
Minnesota? Don't talk about my place like that. That's my second home. We doing here.
She's
Yeah,
from
you don't
Minnesota.
know,
But
yeah,
since she said like since she left to go on a camp out, Liverpool have been losing games. And
mean,
she
that's
said,
not-
no, come back.
Fair enough.
Arsenal is one of the smallest big clubs.
Yeah, in your dreams,
That's
dude.
fair. That's fair compared
It's
to
actually
who,
a
though?
very fair opinion, actually, to be honest.
Compared to who? Like Bayern, AC,
And-
Liverpool United,
yeah.
Madrid, Barca. Yeah.
Because we have no European trophies.
Exactly. You have 13 league titles.
They're at the
Bunch of-
bottom of the top end, basically.
Like you have
Yeah.
30 league titles.
And we're
About
still more
bunch of
attractive
clubs
than every
in
club in England. Wow, amazing.
They are the BMW of the supercars.
Good job, little bro.
Saka signs a deal. A fan comments it's because of Arteta on the terrace. Mo takes the comment and debates on if Arsenal lose title, Arteta won't be sacked. That's a very fair argument. If the players are signed, it's by the way, foolish snippet. I think you're not
We need
getting
to
the point.
establish that what you think as an Arsenal fan does not equate to what the Arsenal board thinks.
Yes.
So when you sit here and go like, oh yeah, by the way, if Arteta does not win the league, I want him sacked. Okay, he's not gonna get
Yeah,
sacked.
because it's not the Sam. It's not as
Now
if
what?
they've had the Sam. It's not as if the same
Now
board
what?
have had. It's not
I
as if the same
appreciate that
board
that's
had
your
the hospital.
opinion, but does the Arsenal board agree with you? No, they don't.
No, we're not a
I mean,
second club.
I said
even
this-
though
I said
I'll cut
this-
Arteta and he will never go.
Bro, I just
Hey,
read
Listen,
one of the
Bilal,
players
I've been
over
saying
it.
this to you, and I've been saying this on most channel for about 3 years now. No matter what Arteta does, unless things go catastrophically wrong, where like they start falling out of top 4 races and that, they're not sacking him because if any, and I say this, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, and if anyone, most followers are here, I feel like I'm repeating myself. These owners own American teams, and if you see the way they operate their American team, they find their young coach and they ride him. That sounds mad, but they.
Well, that's exactly what the Kroenkes did.
That's
for
exactly
the-
what they do.
For their
The
American
Denver
Can I
team.
give a
Nuggets,
counterpoint
the
to
Denver
that?
Broncos,
Can I
as in-
just- can I,
Sorry, not the
Why'd
Broncos.
you go with
but,
that word?
the
Why'd you
LA
go with
Rams
that
when they got
verse?
what's
Let me
Sean
respond to
McVay,
Salah
like, they
about
do this.
something.
This is how they do it.
Just
Now, Sean McVay,
from your opinion, Salah, just quickly, it's a yes or no question. And do you think that is right or wrong? If they keep Arteta, regardless of what happens.
I mean, you know how I feel about Arteta, so you know what I'm going to
Okay,
say.
it's a yes or no question. Say yes or no. That's it.
What's the question?
The question is, you said that the owners is. I want to hear your opinion. Do you
My
think?
opinion.
Simply say yes or no. Do you think they should keep Arteta regardless of the outcome? What Cam is talking about, the winning.
1,000,000%.
Okay, great. Say yes. So it's a yes. Fair enough.
So hold on. I agree that it would be foolish to let him go if they are challenging on multiple fronts this year again.
Okay.
Only if they fall out of the FA Cup in like the quarters, the Carabao they fall out, and they finish third or fourth, then I think that's a different.
So okay,
conversation.
so
Yeah,
let me give you a scenario.
and that's why I said, and that's
Let
exactly
me
my
give you a
point.
scenario, guys.
And that's why I said if things go catastrophically
quick
wrong.
scenario.
Do you know
Quick
what I'm trying to say?
scenario.
That would be
Salad, your
catastrophic.
mic is like cutting in and out. I don't know why.
Yes.
Mine,
Salad.
sorry, I'm using my AirPods because I'm using my iPad for the thing because my laptop's very slow. So I
Okay,
apologize.
quick, guys.
Even if you want to use your AirPods, even if you want to use your iPad, disconnect your AirPod. Just use the regular mic and speaker. It's better.
All right, bro.
Okay, just quickly, guys. Very simple. So Arsenal, I'm gonna give you a scenario. Everyone in the chat and everyone on this panel. Arsenal finished second, only 5 points behind whoever fucking wins the league.
Only
So Arsenal get 90 points, Liverpool get 95 points. Arsenal reach a Champions League semi-final, they get knocked out to Lamine Yamal.
Khalas, stop there. Even if they just get 90 points, he's not getting sacked. End of discussion.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Whatever
Hold
scenario
on,
you want to
hold
give.
on. My question is not that, Osam. Okay, so Osam, do you think he should get sacked?
Ya Habibi, me.
I want to hear
I'll
your
give you an
guys.
answer. I'll give you an
I don't give a
I'll give
fuck
you an
about
answer
the
in two
fucking
sentences.
trophies. I want to hear your
I'll give you an
opinion.
answer in 2 sentences. If Arsenal get 90 points and get to the semi-final of the Champions League and lose the Carabao Cup final, me and 90% of the Arsenal fans will agree that Arteta should go. Okay? The board will not sack him.
Fine. Bilal, do you think he should get sacked? 90 points, semi-final Champions League.
If we don't win anything, no major trophy, he should get
Yeah.
sacked. But obviously, we're not sacking him. But
No, but
Regardless
Bilal's been
of the
wanting to get
outcome,
sacked
right?
for like 2-3 years.
Yeah,
Though.
regardless.
No, Bilal's been Arteta out though. But I know though, Bilal. The
Listen.
thing is, you're asking a biased person. Bilal's been Arteta out. No
I'm
matter
not
what he does.
biased. I'm saying
Bilal started to like
No,
Arteta
no, no,
last
no.
week when he beat
No, no, no.
Newcastle. Brother, I know you.
yeah, Odegaard, Eze playing
Bilal
together.
is Arteta out.
Alhamdulillah, he didn't play Marina midfield. Alhamdulillah, he played Eze.
Voice of Reason is saying only thing
Learning.
Arsenal have over City and Liverpool is merchandise.
That's not true.
That's not
Because
even
Liverpool
true.
have the
brother.
biggest
That's not
shirt
even
sales.
true.
We just checked
That's
it
not
yesterday.
even true. Wallah al-azim.
Yeah.
That's not even
Okay,
true.
first and foremost, why are we involved in City in these
Stop
conversations?
fraud talking.
Can we
When is the
stop?
team signed Anthony?
see that's such a boring.
That's how
low-hanging
I know
fruit.
Cameron actually made a point that is valid because you're coming at him with his club's failures.
Yeah,
So
like
Grealish
I
is
know
100%.
my
That's
club.
all I
I was
gathered from
talking. I was
Cam's point.
talking
That's all
in
I
terms
gathered.
of the money spent and what it did for the team.
No,
yes.
When,
listen,
I mean,
when,
that's a
when
super
Pepe,
chatter.
I know, but where Cam was going with it, saying that player of that value, when it comes to that price, has to like win the league to make it justified for the price. That's a
Bruh,
whole different conversation.
United
I was specifically talking about how you spent 90 million on Anthony. It didn't translate to nothing. But then we spent 72 million, which is a lot for Arsenal at the time for Pepe, but he had over 50 GA. It didn't work out, but when it came to the team, he was saving our ass a lot. We didn't get anywhere with
I don't
him.
even remember you guys making Champions League when he was there. I could be wrong.
I can't wait to
That's-
see
that's
Yildiz
not
play
even what
on
the
the left
conversation was
wing at
about.
Arsenal. If Arsenal go and fork the money for Yildiz as well from Juventus.
How much is he going to cost? Semenyo
Yo,
or
let's
Yildiz?
all act
One of
like
them two.
Yildiz is like
Somehow.
fucking like Kvaratskhelia.
He's very good.
I'm
He's
not
very
gonna
good.
lie. He's okay. He's not
I haven't
Kvaratskhelia,
seen
but he's
much
very
of him.
close. to
He's
that level.
raw. He's raw. He still
He's
needs
very, very
2-3
good, but
years
Yildiz is ridiculously good.
Is he
Oh,
Turkish?
bro, we'll see.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, Turkish
Sign him
international.
to North London, man. North London.
He's
He's
the Juve
phenomenal,
left
bro. He's
winger.
very good.
I think this Arsenal team is a left winger away from being a juggernaut. I mean, I think they're that now, innit? I think Arsenal are ridiculous now, innit? Personally,
We say this
Juggernaut
every
is
year.
gonna.
yeah, that's me, innit?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what you like.
I wouldn't take Verts on a free. How they are
Whoa.
compared this bomb to Palmer is a joke.
Wow,
Palmer
wow,
is with
wow.
the elites. Big up my guy Mo every
Palmer is with the elites. Once again, the one response that I tell you, Tanya, because I know that you're Tanya, it's the same person. We can tell from your mister. So the one response I'll tell you is Palmer is so elite. He has one open play goal in the Premier League since January. How is that elite? How?
Yo and
How is
Rashford
that
was doing
idiot?
that, he was getting destroyed, and now everyone's talking about, oh, GA, look what he's doing in Barcelona. It's just kind of it's nonsense. I
Also,
like
you're a Chelsea fan. If you want to talk about GA, let's mention Salah and Hazard. You'll
I
start
would-
crying.
I wouldn't.
And then let's talk about Lampard and Gerrard because they were the same thing, but you don't want to go there. That's disrespectful. Alright.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
So
I'm
that's
talking about
the
you.
thing, Z.
Alright, cool. So
You're talking about me. I don't.
you want to use GA to tell me Salah's better than Hazard.
I
but
don't
when
use-
use GA
I
to tell
actually
you
don't use
Lampard's
GA.
better than Gerrard, it's a no-go.
I've had this Salah conversation with you 500 times, and I don't bring up GA. I don't even bring it up once. If
When I have these conversations with you, I literally turn my ears off, bro. You're having this conversation with
Okay.
yourself when it comes to Salah.
I can tell you,
But
turn
that's a
your
conversation
ears
for
off.
another day.
I can tell you turn your ears off because you don't even listen.
Exactly. I'm literally telling you I don't listen to you.
Okay, khalas, then why should I waste my time? Anyway,
How do you know
Bilal,
what
what's
you're
your question?
saying right now if you're not listening to
I
it?
gotta head out, boys. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, by the way,
Appreciate it.
before you leave, I see you got a Nick Foles. Do you think Jalen Hurts is worth 250 million, even though you guys
What
went in
the
spite of him?
fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Wait, hold on. No, say no.
Who are these NPCs,
no,
bro?
those are really good
Whoa,
questions.
bro,
Real quick,
what the
Because
fuck?
that's my actual
Do I
sport.
think what? Do I think what? Go again. Sorry.
Do you think he's worth that kind of money, despite the fact that you win in spite of him? 0 yards in the second
hold
half
on,
of games.
hold
no
on.
inclusion.
Okay, so
I
you
got a
don't-
question.
That was
We can do this.
cheeky.
No, so you don't watch football clearly.
No,
You
that's
don't
my
watch
sport.
football.
That's my main sport.
then-
NFL is my main sport.
Oh, then
Like, I
you
didn't do
are-
this.
then you're brain dead because Jalen Hurts
Let's chat to me. Yeah.
literally hasn't lost a football game and that he has started in the last 18. No, let me
Wonderful.
keep going. No.
Go.
When Jalen Hurts needs to do what he needs to do, he does it. In the Super Bowl, both Super Bowls that he played, he outplayed the best quarterback in football, plain and simple. Maybe the greatest we've ever seen, straight up in Mahomes. He outplayed him both times.
Can I
Just
talk?
because
Can I
Jalen
talk?
Hurts doesn't throw the ball 30 times a game because he's on a team that's run first, because he's on a team that has a great O-line and does what needs to happen to win, does not mean they win in
Okay,
spite of
that's
it.
it, guys. That was your segment
Good
on
talk, guys.
NFL.
Good
No,
talk.
I didn't say a word.
That
I
was
didn't
your
say a fucking
segment on
word.
NFL. Thank you so much.
Can I say a word?
I promise you guys,
got Kevin De Bruyne- I got
we
Kevin De
can
Bruyne on my
do
team.
the
Let me
show.
talk.
Just
Let me
based
talk. Fuck you,
on
man.
just based
let
on
him have a
Salah's
segment and you
ball
let me
knowledge,
respond.
I can tell that Cam spoke the truth there.
Next up,
We agree with his opinion, man. Go team.
Bro,
bro.
I'm telling you, Cam
Cheerleaders
is
and
like
that.
NFL is like, bro.
That's my. Yo, give me.
And I
Give me.
know that is yours. I know that is yours. I don't know,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I don't even
I
like
would-
this sport, bro.
No,
I come
no,
in to talk shit the first time and I leave.
I went to the Super Bowl. Did you? That's
Because it's in your fucking country. I went to a World Cup final. Did you? Why are you on a football podcast? I can say the same thing.
Oh yeah, to be honest.
I saw Messi score a hat trick. I mean, I saw Messi lift the World Cup right
You
in
went
front
to
of
the
me.
World Cup final? Oh,
I went to
fuck.
32 games in the last World Cup. Does that make me a better football fan than any of you? Not really.
Not really.
Exactly.
I can't believe
His
Mo brought up,
videos from the World Cup. Your
have
videos
you
are
ever
cooking.
been to
I
Anfield
remember that. It was
argument?
beautiful.
No, but I know that
Yo,
the
yo,
guy
but Sam, do you know
reports
what
on
I'm
the
gonna do?
NFL, bro.
I'm gonna make sure Mo goes to Anfield before you do.
That one.
He's already been.
Have you been to Anfield?
No, not
I thought you went to
Anfield.
Goodison.
Wait,
You
Sam,
went to
have you?
Goodison, no?
Have you been?
I just gotta be honest, guys. Which is one of the reasons why people like Anfield was the hardest place to get tickets for. It is
Really?
impossible.
Not really.
It is impossible to
shot.
shop.
really.
I'm telling you guys,
Resale
I'm being honest,
madness.
because I've been to
Resale
England.
madness.
It is impossible to shift the season ticket holders from the city. It's religion. It's like we have to go. They go, bro. They go.
I hear it. I hear it,
Bro,
but
it's
there's like
fucking
40
religion, bro.
That's the
Liverpool.
season. No, that's the season ticket holders. You can always get tickets, bro. There's tickets available every single game anywhere in the world.
Yeah. You,
I've just gotta
okay, to
spend
be honest
It's
$50
with
not
you,
nearly impossible.
No,
You might have to
the
pay a little
ticket-
bit more, but it's not nearly impossible.
a little
Stop
bit,
making
right?
Liverpool-
Like
Can I tell you
$400.
which team?
Like I'm being honest. Yeah,
Okay, can I tell you-
You know that I was in London and I was in England.
Okay, can I tell you which team I struggled to get tickets for?
Salah and we fucking failed.
Can I tell you what team I struggled to
times
get tickets for? Can I tell you what tickets I struggled to get tickets for? I live 10 minutes
Go
away.
$400 to get tickets to Liverpool.
Okay, can I tell you which tickets I
to
struggled
go
to get
see
tickets
90
for?
minutes of football? I'm not doing
Man
that
City,
shit.
innit? Man City. Man
Listen,
City's hard.
I went to City,
you can-
I went to Everton, I went to the
you can get
Etihad.
Man City tickets, Champions League tickets for £32 on the student websites. Man, don't ever even go there. But you know
If I
what?
was
tickets
from Manchester,
struggled
I'd be a Man City fan. That's a bargain, man.
Yeah, do you know what
Keep
tickets I
them
struggle to
away.
get? Arsenal tickets are impossible to get nowadays. Arsenal tickets are
Now
impossible to
it's
get nowadays.
very hard to get Arsenal.
It's
Now, in the
impossible
last
to get
two
Arsenal.
seasons,
Yeah,
it is
it's so
very
different.
hard.
They changed the system as well. They
Very
changed the system, which is so annoying. That this lady
Yeah.
came in.
Chelsea,
You ruined the
you know
ticketing.
how- you know
Whoever
why
she
you
is, yeah, I'm
are
coming
very
for her,
hard
man.
to get tickets. to be honest.
But
5
yeah,
years
anyway.
ago, I looked because I went to London
wouldn't
and
know,
it took
but
me
yeah.
like
Because
so
the
long
stadium
to
has
find a
like
ticket.
15 tickets. That's not 15 people. That's it. It's
Well,
the
that'd be like,
smallest. It's the
you
smallest
get Man City
stadium.
tickets for
So
like £15, fam.
it's very hard to get Chelsea tickets, not because of like the whole it's because it's very small. Even the
Yeah,
resale
Chelsea is
ticket just
difficult.
goes.
I mean,
They go.
Chelsea-
They go quickly. Anyway, let's go back to the football. Let me do this.
You wouldn't know by the atmosphere anyway. So,
Like, no, I'm being serious. Like,
no, I'm
the
there's-
ticket
there's-
on
there's-
resale,
well.
I think it's like 40,000, 42,000, something like this.
No, we don't. It's 42 or 40. It's 40 something capacity. We can't. We're not allowed to fill it up to that for security. Like the
Yeah.
So, like, that's why it's impossible to get Chelsea tickets because, like, the resale. Number one, the resale goes to fucking Viagogo right away because of the new ownership.
Yeah,
and it's very anyway. That's a different story. Kenny here is saying, okay, Anthony won 2 trophies though. Fuck me.
Yeah, he's worth the money,
Didn't
man.
Pepe win an
Anthony-
FA Cup?
Yeah, man. All these guys. Worth the money.
Salad came here to pick fights.
He knows my thing, bro. Yo, can I tell you something? Can I say something real quick? By the way, the comment section on MHF are generally a lot nicer than the comments on your channel by itself. Because the second I show my face on your channel, everyone's like, oh, for fuck's sake, this guy. But now everyone's like, oh, welcome, this and that. I'm seeing some nice stuff. I'm trying to say, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's my part of the community.
But your part of the community literally hate me. They hate me. They literally
That's
hate
my
me.
part of the community.
They
That's
literally
the H
hate
part.
me.
The M part hate you. The H part don't hate you.
They call Salah the racist, man. I've been seeing all sorts, man. Respect Salah. You have to respect Salah.
All I have to tell you guys is Hussam went from I'm kicking my feet up, and I can't make up. I said that I can't make up how did he go within 2 games objectively, by the way, not banter. From I'm kicking my feet up to I would take a 1-0 loss if we perform good at Stamford Bridge.
it was Mo.
يا أخي, you misquoted me again today on the show.
Stand
Next
about
time
it. You said that. Didn't you say
Next
this
time
exactly?
you misquote me on a stream, I will jump on it mid-stream and I'll cook you and then I'll leave. يا أخي, I said right now we are performing so shit that I want to see stable performance. You need to understand something. This is the Pep logic.
Abenta, you said I'm lying, sir. You said I'm lying, sir.
Performances lead.
Didn't
to
you say
results.
exactly what I said verbatim? He said I'm lying, sir. He came on
But
the
he
stream
literally
now.
repeated what you
He
said.
said I'm lying.
Performance-
Wallah, he accused his brother of lying. He accused his brother verbatim. Did you say that or not? Verbatim.
Performances in football.
No, Mo,
lead
you know what he done? He just added more words. You just shortened. He just added more words.
يا محمد. والله العظيم.
He just added more words. Literally word for word.
verbatim. Wallahi, word for word.
The only thing you added was currently we are playing so badly that I said I want a performance. All Mo said was currently we'll take. I just want to see a good. Literally, he just cut your
No, he
sentence
said
down in half.
after 2 games, but that's not the point. The point is, look, I believe in the Pep method, which is performances lead to sustainable results, because I don't want to just win a one-off game. I want to be able to win 10, 11 games in a row. How does that come? Via consistent performances. If we go away to Stamford Bridge and I said we hit the post 2 times and I've got 2 shots and 10 shots on target and Chelsea beat me off a set piece, I can live with that because we've performed better, because it shows me that after the international break, we're going to come back and perform at a high level and we will start to pick up wins. My problem right now is the performances aren't convincing. Do you understand the problem? So it's not of, oh, Hussam's going to take a loss at Stamford Bridge. That's not the point. The point is I want to see my team perform better. I want to see a structure. I want to see a style. And when we get that, if we do lose a game, I'm not going to throw my toys at the pram. My problem is the performance away at Palace, where we should be 5-0 down in one half.
Yeah,
My problem with the performance against Galatasaray is we didn't create one shot on target that I can say like, wow, what a save from the Galatasaray keeper. Man, that's the problem. So
Can
now
I ask
want
a question?
now I want to see consistent performances that lead to me being able to believe that my team can win 10 games in a row.
Can I ask a
That's it.
question then, before everyone comes in? Would you take you peppering Chelsea, fucking them up, right? And then losing 1-0, or would you take Chelsea absolutely dominating the shit out of you and you winning in the 90 minutes by corner?
As things stand, I would choose the performance over the result. As things stand.
Oh.
I
I hope you have
a
that
serious
mentality the whole
question.
season, man.
It's
go.
it's not banter at all.
He's not.
Like with-
No, go ahead.
The
Well,
thing
with
is,
how-
I actually believe in the opposite of that system. Get your results, and eventually the performance will come. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's how I think that's why Sir Alex Ferguson
But
did
the
that for
results
so
came,
long.
but the performance
I mean, that's how because eventually you perform you pick up the points when you can. Eventually your team's gonna click. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They're gonna play together more. The thing is, the reason you lot are playing
not so well, and I said this on Mo's platform the last time I was here. You guys have so many new players, so many good new players that you've paid a lot of money for, so you need to integrate them all. So eventually they're good enough to the point where they're going to start performing well. So you just take the points where you can get them, and so if you're at 3 or 4 points behind Arsenal or in and around the title race by December, you would expect players of this quality to be good enough to now catch them. So take your points.
I'll tell you my answer, and I think even you will agree with my explanation.
Probably
I
not
understand
gonna
what
prove
you're
anything
saying.
you say, but
I'm
carry on.
saying I want to see this team being able to win 10 games in a row. That starts with better performances. The results came already. The first 5 games, we won all first 5 games. Some performances weren't convincing. Some were convincing. Some halves of football were amazing. Some not. Now, if I start to pick up my performances, I will get results. Because if Liverpool start performing better on the football pitch, I will put myself in a position where Liverpool can win 10 games in a row in the Premier League. And that's what I want. I want Liverpool to be able to win 10 games in a row, 11 games in a row, 12 games in a row. And that comes with consistent performances. A 1-0 win away at Chelsea from a corner kick does not put me in any way, shape, or form more confident that we can go on winning runs. It doesn't.
So
I'm
is
not
the reason
gonna lie,
why
bro.
is
When I said this at the start of the year, everyone looked at me like I was crazy. I think Arsenal are going to win the league comfortably this year. And I said this at the start of the year on most platforms. I think
Comfortably,
Arsenal are going to win
fucking, even after
by
Liverpool
comfortably.
signing?
Let me 1 second. Let me correct myself. Let me explain to you my definition of comfortably. As in, they're not going to win by 10, 15 points, but they it's like by March, February, April times, it's gonna be pretty clear that they're going to win the league. That's what I mean by comfortably. They're not going to stress at it.
Even with Liverpool signing?
No, as I said, apart from Isak and Ekitike for a little bit, they don't convince me. I said to you at the start of the year, Frimpong's terrible. Right now, they're already saying he's terrible. Kirkes hasn't been as good. I
don't
really
think
like. I really don't like Kirkes. I really like Kirkes. I don't think he's going to be that good for them. You feel me? Alisson's out. I think their keeper's incredible. By the way, I really, really wanted him. Not Mikatatse, Mamadashvili. I think he's incredible.
Injury.
But these signs
every year.
No.
Guys, every year Alisson misses average from 8 to 12 games.
I don't know why you guys are. I don't know why you guys are focusing on that, because I'm saying you have an adequate replacement for that. So that's not an issue.
Yes.
But I'm saying all of these signings that they've made, I don't believe there's going to be ever a situation where Ekitike, Wirtz, Salah, and Isak are on the pitch together and it works. And I said this at the start of the year on your platform. You feel me? I just don't. The thing is, you can't spend 400 million on an attack and not have them play together, as well as arguably one of the greatest attackers as well, who has carried you for the last 4 years. I just don't think it's going to work. They've got good players, cool. I just don't think it's going to work.
Did you just call Salah one of the greatest attackers ever?
I've always said this. I just don't have him as number 1 or number 2. That's it. And you guys think I'm disrespecting him or I'm racist just because I don't have him as number 1. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I never said racist. Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here, man. Just because I don't have him number 1. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I never said racist.
Get out of here, bro. Every single day on Twitter, he hates Arabs. Bro, I think Hakimi's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I think Mahrez is incredible, but because I don't think Salah is the number 1 in the Premier League, I'm racist.
They'll say they're not Arabs, man. They'll say they're Amazigh or Berber, man.
No, it's West.
Change it up.
Listen, it's West Africa's fault that Salah's been terrible this season. It's not his fault.
Listen, Salah has to rise for Liverpool. It's all on Salah again. It's all on Salah.
Yeah. It's what's that? It's Ghanaians and Nigerians' fault. It's
Nigeria and Senegal fault because they didn't give Salah Ballon d'Or votes. Get the fuck out of my face, man.
Serious. Go ahead, Amir. I know. Amir, you're taking it too serious, but fine. Go ahead.
No, I had a serious question. And it's not banter. So I know you guys have not had good performances a little bit here and there, and it's only been 2 games. But with the caliber you brought in, why is a lot of your fan base so worried? And I know you want to see better performances, but don't you think it's going to get better? I don't understand what the uproar is.
No, I do think it will get better 100% because I believe in Slot. I believe in the manager. I think he will change the structure and the style. I think he has to. And I do believe that we can be in a world in which Salah, Wirtz, and Isak are on the pitch and we're very creative. I just want to put Isak in a position to miss the chances that we gave to Nunes. We don't even do that now. Even though Nunes and Isak have similar pace, Isak is 100 times smarter than Nunes, and he's
definitely. They don't have similar pace. Nunes was
he will be able to finish those chances that Nunes missed. But we have to be able to create those chances for him. And that's the problem right now. So the uproar isn't really about the results, once again. And that links to my earlier point, which I said about the performance when I was asked by Mo. The uproar now is about the performances. It's the fact that Crystal Palace first half, we should be 5-0 down. Like, that's the truth. So in Crystal Palace away, Chiesa shouldn't have even been in a position to equalize if it wasn't for Alisson, because we should be 5-0 down in 45 minutes. Against Galatasaray, they were closer to scoring the second than us scoring the first.
Yeah,
So
that's
the issue. That's the issue with this conversation. It's the
you know where the creativity is lacking. In my opinion, it's going to be impossible to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think Trent, and I said this right. I don't care how much money you guys spend. He's one of the most creative players in Premier League history. I rate him so highly. And spending 40 million on Frimpong, who is not great in my opinion, I've never rated him, is not going to.
I don't think
and
that.
I think it takes
I
away.
don't think.
And also, one more thing. And I think not having Trent is also impacting on Salah's performance as well, because the chemistry that those two had is one of the greatest right wings we've ever seen. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I don't think that the Trent replacement is Frimpong in terms of creativity. I think the creative replacement is supposed to be
worse. It's worse. Yeah. Fair enough. I get that. But
Szoboszlai's doing his gimmick, man. Szoboszlai's trying. He's trying to help Liverpool.
Hey yo, Szoboszlai watch Trent. He goes, you know what? Spamming crosses. I think I can do this too. I saw him the other day. It was Galatasaray. He's picking up the ball from the halfway and he goes, wait, let me just whip it. See, no.
Can I enter this
it, man.
conversation? Can I enter this conversation objectively?
Preferably not, but Karen would have a choice.
There was
why
something...
objectively you told Amir you're taking it too seriously. Go ahead, laugh like children with your friends. Tafadhal. Go ahead.
Why are you rattled? Why are we not allowed to laugh and smile? Alhamdulillah.
By the way, we made amateur football so we can be serious and have real football.
I have not said anything.
And then he tells Amir you're too serious. Big up Amir.
But Amir is the one who's saying that I want to ask no banter. Yeah, we're not bantering. I'm being serious. Yeah, Allah. Anyway, the reality is Arne Slot had to change the system, because last season, if you look at the numbers, when I said that Salah carried Liverpool offensively about creating chances, it's actually a fact. Like, the gap between him and the next Liverpool player to create chances, which is I think Luis Diaz or Dominic Szoboszlai, one of them, is massive. The big chances created was actually Salah, then Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Trent is not there, and also you cannot rely on Salah to replicate a historic season every year.
Yeah,
that means they had to. It's impossible. Like, Slot cannot play the same brand of football without Trent relying on Salah to play the same historic season when he's top of the charts in everything in the Premier League. Like last season, attacking wise, top in every single aspect, like everything, right? And by a big margin. So he had to change the system. And now changing the system now for Liverpool requires players like McAllister and Gravenberch to get involved more offensively. That's why I pushed against the narrative that McAllister was phenomenal and world-class last season. McAllister was good. Gravenberch was the guy in the first half of the season that was amazing, right? In the first half. McAllister was good, but I'm expecting, if you're McAllister and you're being held to this high standard, to be at least close to Salah in creating chances, close to Szoboszlai, but he's not.
He's been having an off start to the season.
But last season, McAllister for me was steady Eddie, was good, was very good.
Oh yeah,
but he wasn't elite.
Way more than steady Eddie last year, man.
Like he wasn't elite.
No, McAllister was very good last year, man. Maybe me defend these guys, bro.
Maybe I misspoke and said steady Eddie. He was good.
He was on team of the season.
Some of the people, maybe I misspoke. Khalas, I said I misspoke. And don't be a kid. And just hold on to the word. I said I misspoke.
Don't be a kid.
So maybe he's good. You know what I mean?
No. You need to remember English is not his first language, innit? So just bear that in mind.
It's not our first language, both, so it's fine. Anyway, so the story is, for me, that's why they spend 100 million words, because the creativity has to come from someone else other than Salah and Trent, which is the number one. Now, McAllister need to step up again and do the job of being very good, as you guys say, in the midfield, right? He's not. Now he's tried. That's why he tried Curtis Jones, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones, Wirtz, Gravenberch, Wirtz. Like, he's trying every combination to compensate for Salah not having the best season. You know, is it gonna work? I don't know. On paper, it should work. because there is nothing to stop it from working unless Arne Slot, and I'm going to say this again, unless Arne Slot is a fraud, he has, as Sam says, all the ingredients to absolutely make Liverpool one of the best in Europe. You have the Isaks, you have the Ekitikas, you have the Birds, you have the
Do you know what my issue is? Do you know why? Do you know why I don't
bro.
think
He has everything.
No, okay. Do you know what my issue is? Not issue, but do you know where I think his issue might be? I think Ekitike and Isak are quite similar from what I've seen. Like they both like to be in those left kind of channels. They're both tall. They're quite similar, and that's why I didn't kind of understand getting both. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I think there's. Correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I don't watch Liverpool that much in it. But from what I've seen,
No, they are. They're very similar.
They both like to pick up the ball in those left channels, cut in, do the 1-2 works like we saw in the Community Shield with Ekitike. So that's where I think his biggest problem is going to be. How do you fit both of them into your team?
Yeah, I mean, you can play Ekitike left wing and Isak a striker. I don't know why people make it a big problem. Even when Isak
better, man, left wing than.
No, but even not better than Ekitike left wing. It's not.
Okay, but my point is, even when Isak was playing up front, Isak was drifting to the left. He likes to pick up the ball on the left. All of his best compilations are from the left. So if you put Ekitike there, they're both gonna want to do the same. That's my biggest issue. Wirtz, I think, is a good player. I think he's gonna find it, and he's gonna find his feet eventually. Is he ever gonna be worth anywhere near the price tag? Absolutely not. I don't think he's
well, if
gonna get
Enzo
anywhere near that.
Fernandez did it, if Enzo Fernandez fucking did it, like
Enzo
I would
Fernandez is
bank more
terrible
on
too,
Verse
though.
do it than Enzo.
No. Okay, first and foremost, I think Enzo.
Unfortunately, Salad is right about the left wing thing, and we actually do have the answer, and the answer is Federico Chiesa. That's the truth. That's the genuine answer.
No, but that means you have to drop one of them. But you're not going.
Whether you rate him highly or not, you got to go. My front four for Chelsea is Chiesa on the left, Isak up top, Salah on the right, and Verts in the 10. That has to be the front. But no one is running
An
into each other.
£85 million player on the bench.
No, my guy Gakpo. That's my.
Yeah, so what? So what? Ekitike is on the bench for £85 million.
By the way, Mo, I feel like comparing him to Enzo Fernandez is a huge disrespect. By the way, I think Florian Wirtz is a million times better to play. Is a million.
Yeah,
times
but that's what I said. That's what I mean by what.
What has Enzo Fernandez shown for you to say he's been productive?
I'm gonna tell you, if Enzo Fernandez,
he's done nothing in the Premier League. What do you mean? Enzo Fernandez is a joke. He's done nothing.
Wait, Salad. Let me tell you what your friend says.
Sorry, say that again.
Your friend says Enzo is better than Rice last year.
Who?
Enzo is the poacher, man.
Judge Mo says
bro, Enzo hasn't done anything to justify a 30 million price tag, let alone 130 million price tag. He's done nothing in the Premier League.
I think
Enzo Fernandez is ceiling if he takes steroids is Jorginho. That's his absolute.
That's crazy.
I respect Jorginho. Respect Jorginho.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Better than Jorginho? Are you nuts?
Yeah, respect Jorginho.
Enzo, back end of the last season, I think he got a little better. And then beginning of this season, he had
tell me
some
what a
good
little
cameos.
better is for a player that you paid 150 million.
No. That's what I was just about to say. That's what I was just about to say. I don't think he's valued at 100, just like how Camden think Declan's valued at Rice is at 100. But I think in terms of the price that they paid, Caicedo is way worth the mark for that money than Enzo is.
I hear it. No, players like Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, Caicedo, those kind of engines of your team, if they're that good, I don't see the issue with it. I think Enzo's a luxury player. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't pay that kind of money for luxury players. Even Wirtz, in my opinion, is a luxury player, but he's shown that he can be creative. Wirtz can get 20 goals and 10 assists. He's been Bundesliga player of the year. We've seen that. So he's got something to back that up. This guy
doesn't count for Premier League. Doesn't count.
Sorry?
Doesn't count for Premier League. He's done nothing in the Premier League yet. So
no, I agree with that. But I'm saying at the time when you paid that price, Wirtz has done more to justify it than Enzo Fernandez 6 months at Benfica and the World Cup when McAllister.
Why did you ignore the statement I made? I told you Mo thinks that Enzo had a better season than Rice last year.
No, but Mo's got a tendency to say crazy things, though, innit?
But Sam, and you'll admit this. You said Enzo was our best midfielder last season.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Enzo's your best midfielder is way less controversial than saying Enzo's better than Rice.
Yeah, no, Mo. Do you know, Mo picks things that he just wants to take to the grave, and I guess I'm trying to say.
I think.
First time I came on, they were gassing up Chelsea in a way that made me think that they believe Chelsea were like Real Madrid. I was like, what's going on here? And it just took a few games
Bilal. On one of my first streams of the season, I think it was like the summer, right? It was Don. I think it was all Chelsea fans and me and Mo. They were talking to me and the way they were talking, you'd think these man might do the treble this year. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm like, what did you do?
It was
You know what
crazy.
I'm trying to say?
The talk in the summer.
Chelsea?
Yo,
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, the talk I was hearing from even my Chelsea mates, I was like, "Are you guys? Do we watch the same team?"
I got a question. How bad have Man United been this year? How bad have they been?
Inshallah, relegation.
Pretty bad.
All right, cool. This Chelsea team that spent 2 billion is 1 point better off than them in the Premier League. And it's crazy to even think about it. That's how, like, no one talks about it though. This Man United team who are going through this rebuild and they finished 17th last year, who are astronomically bad. Chelsea are 1 point better off than them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And people don't want to say anything about that.
The league last 6 games, isn't it? I forgot about.
Mo is quiet in this section.
No. I'm saying currently.
If I try to say talk, they're gonna interrupt me. But I'm gonna say anybody.
That's not true, Mo. You carry on.
Anyone that thinks, even though we have a Chelsea fan here that didn't actually get involved in them, I still double down. So let me just say that again so people can hear it louder.
I'm listening.
I'm doubling down on my take. Last season in the Premier League, excluding the Champions League, because Enzo Fernandez didn't play in the Champions League. Enzo Fernandez played the same position as Declan Rice as the left 8 for their team. Declan Rice played in a better team, but Enzo Fernandez. Let me just finish. Let me finish.
It's not only GA. I dare you.
It's not only GA. There is GA involved, of course.
Oh, of course.
However, Enzo Fernandez last season overall has had a better season in the majority of the aspects of playing a left 8 for a position-based team like Chelsea or Arsenal, from the sense of chances created, getting involved in the game. People are blinded by the end of the season Declan Rice and the Champions League. I will double down on it. If you were watching the Premier League last season for an overall 38 games, and you thought that Declan Rice overall had a better season in the Premier League only, because that is the only comparable thing, than Enzo Fernandez, I am sorry, you're biased, and you actually don't want to watch the sport, you just want to banter. Okay, I am not Enzo Fernandez. I'm sorry. I'm not Enzo Fernandez's biggest. I don't like him as much. I think he's slow. But I thought really last season he stepped up and he had a very, very good season in comparison with the likes of Rice, with a lot of other midfielders as well. And if
what about Yuri Tielemans? Was he better than Yuri Tielemans? Because I thought Tielemans were better than him last season.
So is Tielemans better than Rice?
He's better than Tielemans.
Is Tielemans better than Rice for you?
No, I'm saying I think Rice is better.
I'm asking you.
I'm saying Tielemans is better than Enzo.
I want to ask you: is Tielemans better than Rice for you?
No, but I'm telling you, Tielemans last season.
So my answer is no as well. My answer is no.
Wait, you're saying Enzo is better than Tielemans? That's what I want to know.
Yes,
last season 100%. 100%.
By far.
You cannot be. But here's the thing: you cannot be. It's not only GA. You cannot be the second highest chance creator, big chance creator in the league, for a poor Chelsea team, and then you're called rubbish. He got involved in defensive actions in the team because that's why his tackles showed. That's why the number of tackles per 90 minutes showed. That's not a number of successful tackles. You cannot be getting involved in the build-up play, which shows by the amount of switches, the amount of crosses, the amount of long balls he played, how he was switching the play instead of Caicedo in the game. If people don't watch it's a sport like this, I don't know what you're watching, actually, to be honest with you, because it's all about the banter and everything. It's not. Enzo Fernandez last season, for Footy Judge Mo, has had a better season than Declan Rice only in the Premier League.
Thank God Footy Judge Mo's opinion isn't really rated that highly. First and foremost,
that's crazy.
Declan Rice and Enzo Fernandez are two completely different players. What Declan Rice does.
Once someone up to that, you lost the conversation for me already. You know, you lost the conversation. You know what?
No, I mean,
once you start saying, but they are a different style.
No, but okay, what are you comparing it?
Whatever style, Rice is better than Enzo.
No, okay.
You know what? Once you do that, you lost.
First and foremost, Rice can do everything Enzo Fernandez can do. Enzo Fernandez can't do half of what Rice can do. He can't pick up the ball. He can't drive with the ball. He can't do the defensive work, the work rate that he can do. The job that, and forget the whole different player thing. The job that Rice is asked to do for Arsenal is completely different to the job that Enzo's asked to do. Because the job that Rice is doing for Arsenal, Rice is doing the job of Caicedo and Enzo, where Enzo just has to do the job of Enzo. Does that make sense? That's why they're completely different. You can't even compare them.
Enzo does both ends. That's why you don't watch.
No, he does. Okay, can he do?
Wasn't he a
He's up
defensive
there, he's up
liability
there,
at a
he's
lot
up
of
there.
points?
That's
last year?
no, they won't. No, but they won't say that though. When it comes to arguments, when it comes to arguments, he does defensive contributions. But 90% of the season, he's a defensive liability when guys are literally walking past him. But now he can contribute defensively because he makes a couple of interceptions in the right place. Caicedo does 95% of defensive work in that midfield.
Rice is one of the best midfielders in Europe because he banged in 2 free kicks last season.
No one's saying that.
No, because
no one's
he's
saying that.
completing all
No
phases
one's
of the
saying
game.
that.
That's why he's one of the best midfielders.
That's why he's rated so highly because he
All
banged in
phases
2
of
free
midfield.
kicks against Real Madrid.
I mean, as
That
Bilal
wasn't why.
said,
He
that's
also
a-
dominated both games in the midfield.
No,
Yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying.
That's not the
It's
only
it's
reason
2
why a lot of
performances.
people thought he was
It's 2
good.
performances against Real Madrid. That's why his season was rated so highly. That's all it is.
I'm not gonna lie. And
That's all he did the whole season, huh?
No, I'm saying
apparently.
that's what. No. Listen to what I said. I said that's why he was rated so highly last season. Was the 2 performances against Real Madrid?
I think people were deluded for saying he was insanely highly rated after those games specifically, but he was still rated high.
I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what those 2 games? No, what those 2 games did? What those 2 games did? It got the rest of the world to notice Declan Rice. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But throughout the year, Declan Rice has been performing like that for the majority of the time. Maybe he didn't score 2 free kicks, but Declan Rice was running midfield exactly the same way.
No, it's
Okay,
not true. Part of the
that's
season,
fine.
he wasn't performing like that. That's not true.
Okay.
That's not
It's
true.
because last season people
Rice
tried
didn't
to
have the
Rice, but
best season last year, but he wasn't.
I didn't say all season. That's right. I never said all season. There was part of the season.
Yeah, no.
They
I
were,
think
so they were
both
outperformed.
hand in hand.
They were
Enzo had a good
outperformed.
part of the
Yeah.
season, and so did.
Exactly. He didn't start well. He didn't start
And
well
to
last season.
say who was better, I don't care. You could say Enzo was. That's fine.
I think it's a pointless. I think it's just pointless. They both did good. They were better. They both did well last season.
I think that
That's the
was
whole
Enzo's
thing.
best season he's had at Chelsea.
Exactly,
bar none.
and that's the thing. He needs to now go on and do it. We waited 1.5 years. All the excuses for him. Go and do it again. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Then you get credit for it.
Hey, yo, real quick, Mo, listen. I played football today, innit? I scored an absolute bang. I'm gonna show you later. Oh, I'm so gassed. Wallah, listen. I went to a footy addict session, innit? I went to a footy and they recorded it, but I scored the craziest goal. They're gonna send it to. Oh, so gassed.
Is it better than Professor Hamza's goal that he shows off in the 5-a-side?
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Let me do this super chat so we can end the stream, guys. Sam, do the redirect, please. Wallahi, Liverpool fans are lucky. I support Arsenal, Viking, and Timberwolves. Life is very hard.
Yo,
that's wild.
That's my dog right there. I don't support Arsenal, but the Vikings and the Timberwolves.
That's a
the
girl.
Minnesota
That's
Vikings
a
are
girl
playing in London on Sunday.
How you cannot tell Nafisa is a girl?
I know she's a girl. That's why. What did I say wrong? I know she's a girl. Okay. What did I say? I said that's my dog. Why can't my dog be a girl?
Earlier he said like something about my guy or something like that.
No, I said that's my dog. Like that's my dog. Like why can't my dog be a guy and a girl? I like Arsenal, Arteta, whatever. The Timberwolves. We're in a great position right now. Justin Jefferson, Anthony Edwards. All my teams in the sky. We're flying.
Been a long time. Big up. This might be the year. Yes, Muhammad. We'll see how it goes. Nafisa saying racist to an Egyptian as a Somali.
This goes back to do you know how we're talking about people calling me racist and that?
This is the year where Slot will show me if he's Luis Enrique that plays football or a Carlo Ancelotti that relies on individual performance. Come on, you gunners.
Yes, Muhammad Farhad.
Hey, so
you
the comments are proper nice. Someone said
watch the preview on Lewis's channel because that's verbatim my words. You fraud.
So someone said Salah talks like he's Twitter beefing. That's crazy.
Nigeria has entered the chat. Yeah, big up the Nigerian people.
Guys,
thank you everyone that actually joined us. This will take you to Charlie, but I will be live on Inter Worldwide to talk about whatever Premier League and Inter Champions League. I'm gonna say Inter favorites.
Are you finishing top 4 this year?
Inter favorites?
Can you come to? You want to come to the stream with Anthony?
I'm good.
You want to come to the stream or you're good? You're good.
I'm good, bro.
Are you winning the league?
Inter's favorites.
Okay, you spend that money. Are you winning the league?
Me.
Here we go. Pizza and pizza violence.
I'm not even thinking about the league. I'm trying to go as far as possible in the Champions League.
You're trying to go where? You're trying to go where?
I'm just trying to go as far as possible in the Champions League, quarterfinals, semi-finals, whatever. I'm not even thinking about the league. The league is
Or
won.
he's a
Wrapped
Tommy
up.
You're a
Tuesday.
Napoli fan, right?
Yeah, the league is wrapped
Napoli.
up.
I will, guys.
The
guys,
league is
I will-
wrapped up.
He dared
I will
to
see you
Serie A,
guys.
Serie A. Wait, sorry, quick one.
I will
Serie
see you
A is a
guys
comedy
later.
league, right? You
Hey,
agree?
Mo, you know
agree?
where I wallahi, in my opinion, the league is wrapped up. Wallahi,
Oh,
I think we're going to the league so comfortably this year. It's not even
Ooh, my
easy.
pizza's better than yours.
Okay, I will
Nice.
see you
Oilers.
guys.
Serie A's finished, man.
Without you.
Used to have
Let's
heritage.